Hello and welcome back to Raising the Paws. Today we are going to make some sauerkraut. Please do not come after me. I am not a professional by any means. This is only, I think, my third time, but it has worked out for us so far and we are actually really loving it. It's just kind of one of those easy ways to get a probiotic into our family, and I have found that the kids, while introducing it early, actually really like it. And some of my pickier eaters have found that over time they've started to like it too. So it's kind of a win-win, and it's a very easy side to add to anything. Now all I did was peeled off the outer layers of the cabbage, and I just started really finely chopping it. I don't think there's a specific way to do sauerkraut, just mainly a fine chop to it. That way it can break down. I'm putting it into a bowl and I'll show you what we are going to do next. Okay, next I'm adding some Celtic sea salt. And I am just working it through. You should actually let it sit for probably 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not even sure it needs that long, but allow the salt to break it down and it'll actually start to create its own brine. It'll almost like sweat as it breaks down, and that's good. That's what you want. I am using a half-gallon mason jar. I love these mason jars. I love anything mason jars, any kind, but these half-gallon are my go-to. I had a friend actually give me, I think, 2 cases of these, and I have used them so much. So thank you, Miss Janelle. I'm very grateful. But I have used these for everything, and that's what I really like putting the sauerkraut in. Actually, when I saw another girl put her sauerkraut in a half-gallon jar, I thought, wow, that's way too much kraut. I will never be able to use that much. But I was actually surprised because it does kind of break down, and you only really end up with about half of this jar once the cabbage starts to kind of wilt. And even at that, say a quarter of a gallon jar, a quart, it does seem like that's a lot of sauerkraut, but for my family size, if you're new, we are a family of 8. And some of my kids are pickier, but they still really enjoy this type of sauerkraut. So it's an easy way to get probiotics in your family, and we are really loving it. We actually go through this amount pretty quickly. So it's kind of one of those just easy sides to put together, and it's actually healthy for your gut. And so yeah, it's just an easy way to get some probiotics. I'm actually going to speed this up. You don't want to sit and watch me just cram sauerkraut into this jar. But the next part to this setup is to push the sauerkraut down as far as you can so that you can see the liquid brine over top of the cabbage. Now, I saved those outer leaves of my cabbage head just so that I can push them down so that it is at the top, and that way the rest of the sauerkraut is going to be under the liquid while it ferments. You need to have all of it underneath the brine in order for the fermentation process to work, because what I did the first time I made sauerkraut was I didn't have it all the way under, and I wasn't very good about burping my jar, and when I say it went rancid, yes, it was terrible. I did not try it for a long time later because I was intimidated by it. but it's very easy if you do this step. Make sure all of the sauerkraut is pushed all the way down so that the liquid, you can see the brine at the top, making sure it's covered. Take those cabbage leaves and place at the top so that it is kind of pushing the sauerkraut down. And then I took a baggie, just a Ziploc baggie of water, and just used that as my weight on top of the cabbage leaves. I didn't show that in video, but then I just continued to burp my jar a couple times a day, and we actually liked the sourness of this the first week. And then it will just last in your fridge until it's gone. And actually, you'll probably eat it before it ever goes bad. So I'm moving on now to working on just pickling some other vegetables that I have on hand, and I'm going to use the kids for some help because they want to be in the kitchen anytime I am. Your mom, you know they want to be right there. I saw a couple videos about making or just pickling some of your vegetables, and that sounded really good to me. So I'm pickling some garlic and I'm pickling some red onions. I also pulled out the ginger because I thought I was going to be brave enough to pickle some ginger, but I did not get around to it in this video. I'm hoping to try that next, but for right now, we're really enjoying these pickled red onions and pickled garlic. And kind of, if you haven't, researched about garlic, it's actually really good for you, and it can actually act as a natural antibiotic. So we are using this pickled garlic just because of sickness and different things in the house. We'll go ahead and just take a clove of this and just kind of get it down. And where it's pickled, it's not as harsh or strong, but I mean, it's still strong. I try to get my videos and filming done, editing done during nap time for my two youngest. They're 1 and 2. So what you're seeing now is them coming out from nap time. And so I'm thinking I've got to stop and get them taken care of and set up so I can finish pickling these vegetables. I think it's so funny watching some of these videos back because the sound is so loud. For one, I have 4 boys and 2 girls. So if you aren't familiar with me, hello, my name is PJ. I am a mom to 6, 4 boys, 2 girls, like I just said, and they are 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. And it is a lot of fun here. It really is, but it's also very loud. So a lot of times in my videos, I will mute them and throw some nice sound over top. But usually by the time I'm done filming, my head is just like I'm done, I'm tired, and I play back the video and I'm like, oh, why was I so stressed out during that time? It was such a calm and peaceful time, until I listened to the original sound, and then I realized that's why it sounds like a zoo. So don't come to me for parenting advice on how to get your kids to sit quietly. I haven't figured that out yet, and I am almost 12 years in to being a mother. My boys are just, they're wild. They can take on the world. They will tear apart the house and will put it back together completely upside down, but be very proud of themselves for it. And I commend them for all of their skills and fun and recreation. I love it. They will construct ways to fly down the stairs and to jump off of things, and boys are just really funny. I was just that little girl who liked to sit and color and didn't really, I don't know, I don't remember being very wild or hyper or anything like that, but that's okay. I'm raising this next generation to take on the world, I think. Anyways, let's get started pickling some of these vegetables. Look at this. Look at me being frugal Fanny over here with my little, they're not even mason jars. They're just jars. They're recycled, upcycled jars, because every time I buy glass, I think, you cannot throw that away. That is good. Reuse that somewhere. So a part of me will hoard glass jars, thinking that I will have a purpose for them. And look at me here, finding a purpose. So I'm so proud of myself. If this is you, comment me an emoji down below, because I seriously have a problem. I want to be more minimal and simple on one hand, while on the other hand, I'm thinking, no, I need this. It's frugal of me to save this. And so what do? I hold on to it and think, I'm going to use this jar somewhere. Yeah, it's okay. It's my trait. It's my toxic trait. I don't think there's anything that sinful with holding on to jars. Anyways, use what you can. Save the planet. Also, my kids want to be in here all the time helping. If I say, peel this potato or chop up this veggie, they love it. And sometimes I get overwhelmed in the kitchen because I'm trying to figure something out and I can't have all the extra hands, or they're faster than me and they'll have their job done and I'm like, whoa, okay, too much, too fast, too soon. And so sometimes I just say, tonight it's mommy's turn. Let me just get in here and get this done. As you can see, there's a lot going on. I am really trying to make this process smooth and easy, but you know what? Messy is still beautiful. Messy can still be beautiful. They are working with me. They won't remember the clutter or the mess. They just remember helping mama. And that is what I'm trying to do here. I have wasted so much time here, even just with YouTube, trying to get the perfect angle, trying to make sure my house is just right so that I can film. You know, just making sure all of these things that I think we feel like a perfectionism mindset will cause you to believe that it has to be a certain way instead of just being authentic. I am terribly sorry that I have not been as present lately. We've had some changes come up in our family, in our household, and our routine, our schedule. Our kids are going to school this year instead of homeschooling. All of my fellow homeschool mamas that are here following along, I am sorry to say my oldest 3 have started a private Christian school this year so that we can finish building our house. I found myself just extremely maxed out in the last year. I ended up, we got a dog. You saw our little Turbo, little Basset Hound. We got him within the last 6 months. You know, we had Levi within the last year. We started our foundation and everything last year. We got our house under roof. We took on a kitten. That kitten passed away. We got another kitten. That kitten got big enough to go outside. That kitten got pregnant. That kitten had 4 kittens of her own. And we decided to go ahead and hatch some chickens, and I think we started out with 49. So let me just say, it has been a crazy busy year, and I found myself completely pulled in so many directions that I felt like I was dropping the ball on every one of them. And I'm sorry, I know this video was about pickling and making sauerkraut, but I just want to explain, you know, where I've been and what's been going on. But we made the decision to go ahead and send our oldest 3 to school. I feel very confident with the school. I feel very confident with the people they'll be around. I'm actually really excited for them because it's something the kids really want. They want to be around other kids. I have spent the last couple of years telling them constantly that, hey, this is the people God gave you and these are your friends. And, you know, what our family has contributed to, you know, to create this lifestyle at home and this family culture, like this is where the Lord wants us to be. And, you know, kids don't fully understand all of that. Kids see, you know, fun and they don't see all the extras. And so they have reassured me over and over, but we get to go make friends. And so I'm really hopeful for them and excited for them. And, you know, I know that I have set a foundation for them. My oldest is going to be 12 in February. I have set a foundation for him. And when I became a mother, I had a full conviction that it is my job to raise these children, no one else's. And every time I sent him to school and I taught, I was working at another school, It's really hard on my mama heart to let them go and to allow somebody else to do my work. And even though I'm not perfect at this job, I do believe the Lord has given it to me. And so I have taken that on for the last couple of years, and we have done it. We didn't always do it so well and graceful, but that's just the way it goes. We have seasons and ebbs and flows in life, and that's just the way it goes. And so I am very thankful for the time that I have had with my kids at home, but this year things have changed. I'm hoping to be able to continue on with YouTube and to be more present here. So that's good, but I hope y'all understand and will tell me hello. I have missed seeing the comments on here and this community that we have created here on YouTube. I know, like I've said before, it's very small, but I have truly enjoyed seeing, the other mamas here. And it's my passion to bring joy to motherhood and to marriage, and that, the Lord has given this job to us, and I want to do it well. I want to do it well. And I would love to just help and share things that I'm doing and tips and tricks that I've learned along the way as a mom. And so please tell me hello and let me know what you've been up to lately. I would really love to see it. So also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Please go back, check out some of my videos. I can't really say that I'm pointed toward one direct thing, kind of all over the place. I just share what's going on in my life because we are kind of all over the place. One minute we're hanging out with chickens, the next minute we are building a house. So, that's life. And I want to share that with you. So may the Lord bless you today and always. I'll see you again next time. Goodbye, friends. So I trust you when you say that beauty lives in me too. It's gonna take some time to get there. It's gonna take some time, but I know that beauty lives in me. I know I don't yet know it, so I trust you when you say.